Today, we're diving into an idea that is, well, it's pretty radical. It's about completely changing how we think about trash. Imagine if our landfills weren't just the end of the line, but were actually gold mines. And the key to unlocking all that? It's one of the most powerful technologies we have today. So, let me ask you this, and it's a question that could honestly change everything. What if trash, as we know it, just didn't exist? What if this whole idea of throwing something away was just a big mistake, and all that stuff we toss out isn't actually worthless at all? Because, that's really the heart of this whole thing called the circular economy. The problem isn't the stuff, it's how we see the stuff. We think of it as garbage to be buried or burned. But really, they're just resources, waiting to be rediscovered. Okay, so to really get why this isn't just some nice feel-good idea, but something we absolutely have to do, we need to face the music. We need to look at the mountain of waste we've already created. And I'm talking specifically about our digital landfill. Just let this number sink in for a second. 62 million tons. That's how much electronic waste the world created in a single year, 2022. It's a number so huge, it's kind of hard to even wrap your head around, right? So let's try to make it real. Picture every single adult in all of Europe. Now imagine putting them all on a giant scale. Well, that mountain of e-waste we just talked about, it's heavier. We're talking about throwing away value on a scale that is literally continental. But here's the part that's truly staggering. Of that entire mountain, less than a quarter of it is ever properly recycled. The rest of it, more than 3/4 of it, is just lost, dumped, burned, taken apart in ways that are super hazardous, and all that potential value, poof, gone. And get this, a huge reason for this mess isn't an accident. It's actually done on purpose. It's something called planned obsolescence. You know the feeling when your phone starts getting weirdly slow right around the time the new one is coming out? Yeah, that's probably not in your head. It's a deliberate strategy to keep us all on this treadmill of buying, using, and then just tossing.
So what if we could just get off that treadmill? What if we could break the cycle? The answer isn't just about getting a bit better at recycling. It's way bigger than that. It's about completely redesigning the whole system, turning a straight line into a perfect circle.
So on one side, you've got the world we live in now, the linear economy. Think of it as a one-way street. We take stuff from the earth, we make something, and then we throw it away. End of the road. But on the other side, you have this circular economy. And here, the end is just the beginning. Products are designed from day one to be used, sure, but then repaired, reused, and eventually remade into something totally new. The whole point? To get rid of waste, period. This new way of thinking has a name that honestly sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it's happening right now. We are literally learning how to mine our own cities. Yup, it's called urban mining, and the idea is just brilliant. Our cities have become the new gold mines. All that gold, silver, copper, all those precious materials we need, they're not just buried deep in the ground anymore. They're sitting right in our junk drawers, inside those old phones, laptops, and TVs we've all got lying around. So how does this actually work? Well, it's kind of like reverse engineering, but for recycling. You take an old gadget, you carefully take it apart, and you separate out all the valuable bits and pieces. Then, those materials get reprocessed, creating amazing, high-quality raw materials that can go right back into making brand new stuff. And just like that, the circle is complete. And this really points to a massive shift in how we think about, well, everything. Real innovation isn't just about making the next cool thing. It's about being smart enough to design its entire life, from the moment it's made to the moment it's reborn. In this new world, waste isn't just some unfortunate byproduct. It's a failure of design. Okay, this all sounds amazing, right? But trying to do this for the entire planet? That's a huge, huge challenge. It's a logistical nightmare. And that's where our secret weapon comes in. That's where AI changes the game. Just look at one piece of the puzzle, sorting. If a person does it by hand, you're looking at maybe 60% purity in the recycled materials, which is okay. But with an AI using computer vision, it can see things we can't, like telling the difference between 7 types of plastic that look exactly the same to us. And because of that, the purity level jumps to an incredible 95%. And that difference? That's the difference between making low-grade junk and making high-quality stuff for brand new products. But AI isn't just sorting. It's becoming the superbrain for this entire circular system. It can predict when a machine is about to break down so you can fix it before everything grinds to a halt. It's got robotic eyes that sort materials faster and more accurately than any human possibly could. It's figuring out the smartest routes for collection trucks to save gas and time. Heck, it can even read through thousands of dense environmental reports and pull out the key info in seconds.
And this isn't just some theory. This is happening right now. Take a company like Unilever. They used AI to figure out the environmental impact of a new product. That job used to take a team of people 3 months. With AI, they got it done in 48 hours. That's the kind of insane speed up we're talking about here.
So, we've seen the gigantic problem. We've seen the elegant circular solution. And we've seen the incredible AI that can make it all happen. It really all boils down to one last, really important question. And it's a question for all of us.
Because really, at the end of the day, it all comes down to one simple thing. As people who buy stuff, as people who make stuff, as a whole society, what are we choosing? Are our products designed to last, or are they designed to be replaced? The answer we come up with is going to decide our future. It'll decide whether that mountain of waste we talked about ends up burying us, or if we finally get smart and start mining it to build a better world.